So I wanted to let you in on how it is that your greatest weaknesses, should you process them correctly, can also be your strengths. Which sounds funny, but when I break it down to you, you'll see exactly what I mean. My greatest weakness in life, which I honestly don't like, because there's a lot of purity to me, there's a lot of honesty to me, there's a lot of goodness to me, if that makes sense. But I'm one beat away from being your typical main character in a shonen anime or in a movie, yeah? And the beat that makes me not that character is, I don't forgive. I can't forgive. I'm unforgiving. But because I'm unforgiving, I am therefore spiteful. To some extent, I'm spiteful. This means I'll remember what you did. I might not act on it, but I'll tell you what, you will feel that I remember what you did. In our interaction, or maybe even maybe not even a direct interaction. Yeah, you'll just feel within your spirit that somehow whatever it is that I did, he remembers. And I therefore, the reason why I don't like this is it becomes that I harm people. You see, a person needs to be forgiven. Just by virtue of the nature of a person, we're supposed to mess it up. And that's part of the growing process. But you see, if there's Veneka out here who cannot forgive, I can't allow you to be a person. You become irredeemable. Oh, hi. Let's cross the road while making a video. I don't know. You become irredeemable, and this is a ruin to people in general. Irredeemability. Because we all feel it. An inability to climb back up, to rise again. Yeah? So, I don't forgive. Now, the way in which this is strength, the idea that I don't forgive, is that I have a type of motivation that doesn't fade. I'm spiteful. I'll remember what you did. And I'll remember that, oh wow, you know, when I needed you, you weren't there. So I'm gonna make sure that I never need you again. I'm gonna make myself so powerful that you need me, and when you come back around, I'm gonna ask you, where were you when I needed you? I'm gonna ask you, where were you when I needed you? And in this way, my weakness is my strength. You know, the more I look at this video, the more I realize like how dusty this neighborhood is. It's a place called Famona in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. That's where I am, by the way. Despite my, I suppose, miscellaneous English, I'm in Zimbabwe. Now, there's different kinds of things that are weaknesses. Oh, sorry, I'm letting the wind blow into the mic. There's different types of things that are weaknesses or considered weaknesses that can be flipped by an intelligent person. An intelligent person being a person who can observe, yeah? A person who can observe. There's many weaknesses that can turn into strength. Addictive personality. If you know and can observe that you fall into addictions, realize that there's things that you can get addicted to which are amazing. You know, you could become a workaholic. You could become... Oh God, there's so much wind, sorry guys. You could become a workaholic. You could become a crusader of some kind. You could get super into fitness, yeah? Because your personality just gets addicted. And in this way, the weakness becomes a strength. Of course, like, there's a quirk to anything. Any strength or any weakness, there's some quirk to it. It's what makes life a game, yeah, and entertaining, and not super too easy to win. Oh Lord, I realize that sometimes also life. On a separate note, I realize sometimes life is too easy to win for a person, and it makes it suck. Realize that any game that is too easy sucks, yeah, and your life is a game. It's not necessarily the exact same thing as a PlayStation game, but I'll tell you what, the mechanics are the same. And entertainment value does come from difficulty, yeah? So then if you just run away with all of life, you won't have fun in the journey, which is why you'll find this rich kid being depressed because this bastard, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? His question is, what am I gonna do if already my parents are giving me this damn S25 Ultra, this iPhone 16 Pro Max? My starting point is I have the very best bleeding edge camera, the bleeding edge technology. I have all the connections. So what am I gonna do for myself? Do you see? The difficulty is good. It's the entertainment. I don't know why. A barren wasteland always seems to be appearing in the background of this video. Maybe I live in a barren wasteland. Huh? I haven't noticed because I'm too busy observing the flowers. It's springtime here in Africa. Not springtime, but summertime. And the flowers are blooming. And there's full trees of nice smelling flowers. You could go sit down, have a meal under one of the trees. So good. Anyway, weaknesses can become strengths if you apply intelligence to them. And that's the idea, down to even trauma. Trauma is also a strength, because realize a lot of these rich people that you watch on TV or wherever, they had a bad childhood, and they're so worried about this bad childhood that they're still running away from it to this day. Yeah? And that's trauma being a strength. There's very brilliant ways that you can use your weaknesses. It might not feel super good, but realize that anything is power. If you observe it, anything is power. And this is a very important video, because what I'm essentially letting you know is that this stupid thing about you is actually something good. Alright, this is important for perspective, yeah. I have a friend who committed suicide maybe 2.5 months ago. We went to his funeral. Perspective. You need to keep yourself in good shape in your head, and you need optimism for this. I hope this helps you, and I hope you understand what I'm saying, because that's the hack. The way that you lose is actually the way that you can.